almost feel like it's too big because this is really close to me. But I guess there's no such thing as too big, right? Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So today, very exciting day because we're flying the brand new Cathay Pacific business class Aria suite on their Boeing 777-300ER. And not only that, this product's only launched been maybe 8 months or so. And so they only fly to 3 different locations in this world: Beijing, Heathrow, and here in Sydney. So I flew all the way down here to Sydney just to show you guys this brand new product. And not only that, since Cathay Pacific has a lot of different variants for their Boeing 777s, I'm gonna show you how to spot the Aria suite on the seat map, so you don't have to wonder if you actually booked an Aria suite or just the regular reverse herringbone business class seats. I'm also going to show you guys my redemption situation. Yes, I booked this flight using points, and so can you. So let's go. What are we waiting for? So excited. Let's go. Check-in was a breeze for today's journey from Sydney all the way to Hong Kong. Alright, so did you guys know that this is actually my 3rd time departing from Sydney overall? Or maybe it's just the 4th time, I don't remember. But I did feature the China Airlines business class on their Airbus A350-900. I did that last year, and go check out that video. Should already have a link somewhere over there, and then you can click on it. Make sure you click on it. If you want more adventures from my channel, make sure that you like and subscribe. Thank you. Alright, so security was a breeze thanks to the fast lane for first class and business class passengers. So if you're short on time, definitely make sure you go there if you're flying premium cabins. Now, Sydney International Airport is always so busy in the AMs. I don't know why. I think a lot of their flights are actually flying out really early in the morning in the AMs. So if you're from Sydney, leave a comment down below. Let me know if this is also kind of like your experience, because every time I fly out of Sydney in the morning, it's always packed. It's always packed. So the Qantas business class lounge is upstairs, not in the main concourse level, but upstairs at the lounge level. So I've been there twice, and I remember it's not something that you should write home about. It's nothing great. It's a business class lounge nonetheless. So we're gonna go check it out. Unfortunately, so this is definitely not a good situation here. So many people. This is so shit. This is like a party pass lounge. Oh my goodness. Alright guys, so we're at the Qantas business class lounge now. So it's not the great place to rest. It's so overly crowded. It reminds me of the United Club lounge a little bit. But nonetheless, we got at least good coffee here, barista coffee. So that's really good. Other than that, nothing to write home about. I'm just waiting for boarding time, and we'll head to the gate in about an hour or so. And we'll see you there. Okay, enough complaining. One thing that I do like about the Sydney airport is the great plane spotting opportunities. But now it's time to head over to the gate. Today we're departing from gate 36, which is at the very end of the longest corridor in Terminal 1. Alright, before we board, let's talk about our plane today. Registration Bravo Kilo Papa Alpha is a Boeing 777-300ER, with the ER stands for Extended Range. It's a workhorse in the Cathay Pacific fleet with 17 years of service time. It is registered to the Special Administrative Region of Hong Kong. Since we're talking about planes, let me show you how to spot which Cathay Pacific 777s are equipped with the Aria suite, just by looking at the seat map. It's actually quite simple. If you see a business class with row 18 only having one seat as 18 kilo, that's the Aria suite. If you see row 18 with an entire row, then it's not. Now you know. Let's also take this chance to talk about our redemption situation for this flight. This is actually leg 1 of a 2-leg segment from Sydney to Hong Kong, then on to San Francisco. For this entire trip, I used 110,000 Cathay Pacific Asia miles transferred from American Express membership reward. And since American Express points are generally valued at 2 cents per piece, these points actually cost me $2,200. I also pay a fee of $381.28, making the total true cost of my trip $2,581.28. At the time of booking, the cash price for this trip shown on Google Flight is $3,769, which means I'm saving a 31.5% for using points. If you're into calculating CPP, cents per point, it is at 3.1 cents. So while this is not a crazy deal like what we're used to have on this channel, we still save quite a bit of money by just using points. And if you want to learn how to do these redemptions yourself, I urge you to click that subscribe button because we talk about these type of redemptions all the time. And I can assure you that you can do these type of redemptions yourself. In the business class cabin, we have a configuration of 1-2-1 featuring the brand new Aria suite made by Colin Aerospace. Did you know these are actually a different variation of the same seats on Starlux Airlines Airbus A350-900? Luckily today we have the Bulkhead C11 Alpha. Alright guys, welcome aboard Cathay Pacific Flight 162 from Sydney all the way to Hong Kong on Cathay Pacific's new Aria suite on the Boeing 777-300. Wow, this cabin is so cool. Look at all the aesthetics, right? Like, look at all the colors. I love this kind of color tone. It just makes it so comfortable in the cabin. So we're already taxiing, so I don't think we have enough time to do the seat tour. So let's get airborne first, and we will continue the seat tour once we reach 10,000 feet. While you enjoy this amazingly clear takeoff, I just want to say thank you so much for watching and making this a dream come true for me. I also hope that I have earned your subscription by not only showing you a flight review, but also providing valuable information on redemption and plane types. Thank you so much. Alright guys, so we're airborne, so let's do the seat tour right now. So a little bit of backstory. This Boeing 777-300ER is already 17 years old. So this new Aria Suite cabin business class has been retrofitted. This is not a completely brand new plane. I think the goal for Cathay in the beginning was to install the Aria Suite on the new 777X. However, with delays at Boeing, they can't wait anymore and they have to release this new product because the previous version of the Cathay business class, which I have reviewed, has been pretty old already. So it's time for a change. And I'm really glad that they decided to retrofit some older planes with this new product because this is absolutely stunning. Okay, so let's do the seat tour. First, I can't stress how much storage space is really important to me in a business class or first class cabin, even economy, right? Like you want to put your things away, you want to have a place to leave your things safely and conveniently too. So I'm happy to report that there's a ton of storage space. This is actually not a very large suite. I mean, the seat width-wise, it's only, I think, 21 inches and the pitch is around 43 inches. So it's not a very large suite. However, designed a suite where they created a lot of small storage space for you. So one of them is the cubby hole that we all know and love from Cathay Pacific's business class. So I'm happy to report that it's still there. If you take a look in there, you can put water, you can put headphones. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can probably put your iPad in there. I think it's large enough. And then here at the tabletop, you can actually open and there is a small storage space for your phone. It's really cool. Let me show you. Look at that. How cool is that? And you can put your phone in there. It's large enough to put your phone, your camera, or whatever you want to put in there. It's great. Okay, let me close that up. Like this, and we have one more cubby hole right down over here. So that's also a sizable little storage space as well. The footwell, though, the footwell is, I think, one of the things that people complain about in the Aria Suite. So let me show you the footwell. It is a bit tight, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, like it's not so tight that nothing fits. It's just on the smaller side. Let me show you. So as you can see, it's not the biggest, but I think I can definitely put my backpack in there if I don't have the bedding here. The bedding is quite large or cumbersome, but it's okay. We'll deal with it. We want to have a lie-flat bed with beddings anyway. So in terms of amenities, we have a amenity kit right here. We'll open that a little later. This is a daytime flight, so we have a lot of time to go through all that. Or I hope. Hopefully I get some work done as well. Got water. I showed you guys that already earlier. And we have a noise cancellation headphone. Now, this Aria Suite is loaded with technology. So you can actually hook up your personal listening device, your headphone, your AirPods, through Bluetooth to the IFE. And speaking of the IFE, this is a 24-inch 4K touchscreen display. It's, I want to say, the largest in the world right now in business class. I know, was it United Airlines that just announced their new Polaris Studio will have a 27-inch, but 24-inch is definitely really big. It almost feels like it's too big because this is really close to me, but I guess there's no such thing as too big, right? Unfortunately, I don't think Cathay Pacific has pajamas for business class, but you know, that's okay. You can always bring your own, or you just, wing it. All right, so as I said, this plane is filled with technology. We do have wireless charging, Bluetooth connectivity, and also USB-A and USB-C charging ports right here. Cathay Pacific is banning the use of lithium battery due to fire hazards. So make sure that you bring your wire and you can charge it over here in their own plug. And obviously there's a universal plug right here, so you can charge like your laptop. Okay, so let's talk about the IFE. Wait, before we do that, did you know that the wireless charging is actually really hard to find on this countertop? But I found it right over here. There's a little square right there. That's where you put your phone for wireless charging. Unfortunately, it's not working today. I actually asked the cabin crew and she's like, yeah, sometimes it doesn't work and sometimes it's very inconsistent and people have the same complaints. Something really interesting about this cabin crew is that not all of them have experienced the Aria suite, just like me. And so they are also just finding out the in and out of this seat as well. So great. Makes it more interesting and we can all learn together, really. Okay, let's look at the IFE. Again, we're talking about technology, right? Things that actually makes this Aria suite stand out. One thing that I really love, if you can see right here, I'm going to put it closer, you can actually see the timeline of their service. So right now we are a first taste, which means this is the first meal. You can pre-order your meal in business class. I pre-order a beef stir fry, so they're already preparing that for me. The cabin crew already told me. But over here you can see that approximately when they're gonna serve the second meal, which is right there. And one of the best features on here is the lavatory and the lavatory availability in relation to your seat. So I'm in 11 Alpha right here, and as you can see, there's 2 available lavatory right in front of me and 1 right behind me. How cool is that? I don't even have to stick out my head or get up if it's red. I can just look at the map right here and I know exactly where to go. And this is the entire business class cabin as well. So before we end the seat tour, I do want to point out a few things that is not really working in the seat, which actually is kind of surprising because this is a brand new product. So first of all, my seatbelt, it is so loose that it doesn't tighten. Take a look. It doesn't really retract. In terms of safety, I'm pretty sure that's an issue. Another thing is, I won't dare to do this again because we try so hard to retract this armrest and it takes such effort to press it down. Like the head purser had to come and do it, and even she wasn't really getting it right. And which is surprising because these new seats are supposed to function really well. So other than that, everything else is actually great, and loving this seat, really. Now, question, is this the Asia's best business class seats though? I'll give you an answer at the end. Leave a comment down below. What do you think now though? I want to know. So I think we still have some time until meal service. So let's take a look at the amenity kit. It's not that big, so I reckon it's just going to go by pretty fast. So let's try it. Okay, so this is cool. This is a daily care mouthwash with fluoride. Can you guys see? Okay, very cool, very nice. I'll put it here. Okay, eye shade, very useful, and it's big. I like it. Has to cover most of my face. Cooling body gel. Look at that. Okay, body gel. I wonder what that is. Multi-balm. It says balm, so I assume this is for lips. Pillow mist, not face mist. Pillow mist. Face mist is my arch nemesis. Watch my other Cathay video, then you'll know what I'm talking about. This is, I believe, earplugs and toothbrush and toothpaste. I like this kit. It's simple, it's basic, but it has all the essentials and got nice little containers. Very cool. I like it. I like the color, the green, the classic Cathay Pacific green color. And that's the amenity kit, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Alright guys, so meal service has officially begun. So we got our champagne and the amuse-bouche appetizer, which is, they said it's cream cheese and smoked salmon. So let's give it a try. Okay, not bad. Pretty tasty. A little salty. I wish if it's like it's a good spread for bagel, I feel like. But I'm pretty sure it goes pretty well with the champagne. Why am I kidding? Everything goes well with champagne, right? Thank you so much. That looks good. Alright guys, so the soup dish is here. So we have a choice of either having salad or soup. This is fennel and celery soup. Smells really good. Looks really creamy. The flavor is just right. It's not too salty. I love it. Really, lately, all the soup that I've been having on the airplane have it really good. This one included. So the main dish is served. Wow, again, this smells so good. So I pre-ordered this meal. This is braised beef with some vegetable and I'll show you guys, and a traditional Cantonese soup with rice along with some garlic bread over here, and my favorite drink. Can you guess what's my favorite drink right now? 3, 2, 1. Coke Zero. Okay, so let's dig in and see if this is any good. Let's try the soup first. Traditional Cantonese soup. Again, I used to work in Hong Kong. Had a lot of these. Some of these are not so great, but some could be really tasty. So let's see. Okay, not bad. It's a little salty. I can't say that I like it too much, but I think if you're into Cantonese soup, then I think you'll actually like it. It's really flavorful. The meat is quite tender, not the most tender I would say, but you know, they have to heat this up in the oven, so I shouldn't be too critical, but the flavor is definitely there. Very good Chinese dish. I'm pretty sure it goes really well with the rice because this is a tad salty, which is perfect for white rice. So as you can see, I cleaned that thing up in no time. So I was talking to the head purser. She actually told me that this dish is actually really good because the beef, the braised beef ingredient itself is actually from Australia. So if you're flying out of Sydney on Cathay Pacific, the catering is local. Okay, it's not from Hong Kong. They didn't bring the food from Hong Kong. Catering is local, so beef would be a good choice. Just to let you know. All right, so the dessert trolley was just here. Let me show you guys. If you can see, right over there, it looks like we got some fresh fruit. We got some truffle, chocolate mousse, truffle cake, cheese. And it looks like there's ice cream. I don't know if there's like a cheesecake down there also, but I think I'm gonna go with the fruit and maybe the chocolate mousse cake. I don't know. Let's see.
Yes. Chicken wing and a drink.
Can I have another Coke Zero, please?
Zero with ice.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Dessert course is served. So we have some fresh fruit here, and like I said, the chocolate mousse truffle cake. So one thing I do want to say is that the meal service has been quite slow. I think we've been in the air for almost 3 hours, I want to say, and we're just getting to dessert. So I think that's something that they can work on. They seem like they're working really hard. So maybe it's the new cabin because, like I said before, a lot of the cabin crew is new to Aria suite configuration. So maybe that's why. But nonetheless, let's try the dessert here. So fruit-wise, as long as they're fresh, I'm good. Pineapple, pretty good. Pretty sweet, pretty juicy, nothing to complain about. Now this is something that I want to try.
Thank you very much. Just want to Coke Zero.
Thank you so
very
much.
for waiting. Coke Zero. Please enjoy.
Thank you. My Coke Zero's here. But as I was saying, the chocolate mousse truffle cake is excellent. This is 10 out of 10 dish. I think overall, the quality of catering is still really good, really solid. I love it, especially it's coming out of Australia. Pacing of the service could improve. All right, guys, so I finally got the cabin crew to unlock this door so that we can actually open and close it. I've looked around the entire cabin and it seems like nobody is closing their door. So my guess is that they're all just being locked and nobody actually went around and unlocked it. Good thing I asked. So let's show you guys how the door works. For one, so we're in seat 11 Alpha. And as you can see, this door does not close completely, which doesn't bother me because it's not like we have a lot of privacy anyway. But that is something to take notice, I guess, when you come on here. It's not just that it's not fully enclosed, but yeah, the door does not close all the way. Okay, so to open and close is super easy. You just kind of slide it back and forth. Kind of like that. And this is the door for the Aria suite. So one thing that's not working on this is I realized if we press the map, it's still showing Sydney. So it thinks that we're still going Sydney. Do you see this line right here? This is the line, the route that they took to land in Sydney. So someone probably forgot to reboot the system right here. So it's not really showing that we're going to Hong Kong. It's actually showing Sydney, which is kind of weird. It's a little annoying because I like to look at these maps. Let's go out here. Let's check out the movies. Touch screens, super responsive. Ooh, look at that. And Cathay Pacific is always known for having good content. So like Captain America is pretty new. Movies from Hong Kong. Okay. Very cool. How do I go? There we go. So we have a lot of choices here, and I like how responsive the screen is. Okay, but please, somebody reset that map for me before we land. All right, guys. So we are in bed mode. The bed is made not by the cabin crew, by myself, because this is business class, so there's no turn down service, but that's okay. Here's bed mode on the Aria suite. Again, the door actually does make a difference if you want to go into bed mode, because you do feel like you're somewhat of an enclosed space. Like lying down wise, and that's not too bad. And then the food, well, it is small, but it's not tight. If that makes any sense. So as you can see, I try to kick the blanket all the way down. So there you go. I can still kind of wiggle my feet a little bit, and then there is some obstruction right here, so it might not be completely comfortable, but I wouldn't say that it's too bad. Although I just knocked my knee on this thing right here on the tray table, so yeah, not the best in terms of space, especially comparing to, let's say, ANA's The Room business class, which I will feature. Those are insanely large seats compared to the Aria suite. But you know what? Nonetheless, we can actually have a little nap before the second meal service. So let's do that. Let's turn off the lights, which I'll show you how to. There's actually one right over here. There's another button right next to your head. Did you see that? I didn't even see that if I'm setting up. So I think this is just for bed mode. So all I have to do is this. And all the lights are off. And by all the lights, I just mean this one right here. The desk lamp. That's okay. That's why they give you eye shades. Okay, so good night. All right, good morning. I took a 2-hour nap. It wasn't the most comfortable sleep that I've ever gotten on a plane, but it's not bad. I mean, nonetheless, it's a live flat seat anyway. It's finally time to do some work. Yes, we cannot avoid it. So we're gonna try the table, see if it can do some work. Like even now, like I feel it's shaking a little bit. It's a little flimsy, but I think it'll work. Alright, so I was just talking to the cabin crew. I had a chat with her because today is also her first time working on the Aria suite, and so I asked if she likes it and what she thinks about it. One interesting thing that she told me is that while the Aria suite is very nice for the passengers, it actually increases their workload because number one, there are more seats. So it's a higher density than their conventional long-haul 777. So the conventional long-haul 777 is only 40 seats. And for the Aria suite configuration, we have 45 seats in the total business class. She also said that the galley is kind of small and narrow, so it's really difficult to get around sometimes. And I think that's why the meal service takes so long. So now you know. All right, so let's try the headphones. Let's watch like a TV show or something just to test out the noise cancellation headphone. So one thing that I do want to let you guys know that I rarely watch movies on the airplane anymore. And most of the reason, or the biggest reason why, is because there's internet connection on planes now. So if I were to consume any entertainment, I would actually just do it through my phone. So basically, the chances of me using the IFE is not very high, really. But you know what? Sometimes I still enjoy a good old episode of Friends. So let's do that right now. Yeah, really good headphone. I actually tried to connect my AirPods to the IFE, and I think it's working. Take a look. But where are we watching? Friends. There we go. Okay, play. Let's see if it works. It does! I hear it right over here. Can you guys hear that? I hope you guys heard that, but yeah, it does work. Super cool. So I could just wear my earpod for the TV show. Super cool. Alright, so we have about less than 2 hours left of the flight, and the second meal service is about to begin. So we already have our tablecloth right here on the table, and I'm really curious to see how fast they will carry out this meal service, because the first one was quite slow. It took about, I want to say, 3 hours. So given that we only have 1 hour and 50 minutes left, and given we might need about 30 minutes for the approach time, then we really only have a little over an hour. So let's see how fast they can finish this meal service. All right, guys, so the lunch, or I guess this is dinner, is served. Second meal service is served. Now I know why they can actually make this happen, because for this meal, they don't bring out an appetizer and a dessert. It's just everything in one tray. So, but this is good. It actually looks really nice. This is a prawn. I think it's a Malaysian dish called samba. She did warn me that it's quite spicy. She asked me if I can actually take it, but you know what the heck, we should try it anyway, right? So other than that, we also have some more fresh fruit, which is nice, and we have this kind of like a jelly, I want to say it's probably strawberry jelly cake kind of thing, along with my Coke Zero. Okay, so let's dig in. It's not bad, really. It's got a little bit of a sweetness to it, and then it does hit you with the spices. It's not that bad, and it's actually quite tasty for the airplane, because did you know that if you're traveling at 36,000 feet, your taste buds is actually a bit numb, so you want to eat something that's more flavorful. That's why sometimes if you eat, let's say like like an airplane meal at sea level, it's actually going to be super salty for you. It's actually really good. I'm really glad I picked it. So I'm going to move on to the dessert now. Now this looks really interesting. I don't know if you guys can see. It's kind of a layer of cake on top and then cream, and then it looks like it's strawberry fillings. Let's try it. It's good. It's tastes like strawberry shortcake, but it's made in a cup. Very nice. I like it. I like this dessert. I think the two desserts that I had today, one is this one, the other one is the chocolate mousse cake. Was also really good. Yeah, 10 out of 10 for sure. All right, guys, so meal service is over, and I'm so impressed because it only took them about 40 minutes to finish everything. Actually, I finished my food in about half an hour, and they already took my tray away. So hey, good job to the crew, because I was getting worried that what if they don't finish in time, but they did a stellar job. They made it easy by putting the food in one tray and kind of just serve it. It's a less premium experience, but it's time-wise, it worked out perfectly. Now everyone still has the time to use the lavatory, so that's super good. Like, good job, cabin crew. So we're gonna be on approach very soon, which means that the fun is almost over here on the 777-300ER in Aria Suite. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think this brand new product, right, newest in Asia, this brand new product, do you guys think that it stack up to, let's say, Japan Airlines and even Starlux? What do you guys think? I want to know in the comment section down below. So for me, unfortunately, I don't think the Cathay Pacific Aria Suite can take the #1 in Asia for business class. I just don't think they do it. A lot of other things are really good. The technology is good. You got the seat map with the lavatory map. All very good. Bells and whistles. But when you come down to comfort, I think it's lacking a little bit. And there are certain things that are not working. For example, my armrest doesn't really go down. You have to try really hard to make it go down. The seatbelt does not retract. I feel like for a new product, it really shouldn't happen. Also, the wireless charging wasn't working. The USB charging port worked for about half the flight, and then it stopped working, and so I have to use USB-C, which is totally fine, but it's just one of those things that you expect a new plane to be working, and it didn't. Cabin crew-wise, they're great. They're also learning, so I can't give them a bad grade, so to speak, for trying and still learning. They're very accommodating, especially with me filming and everything, so I'm grateful for that as well. Like the cabin crew said, the galley is actually narrower than the older Boeing 777-300ER, which makes the service a little slow, makes their job harder. So these things all taken into account. Anyways, but this is still a good product nonetheless, and I totally recommend everyone trying this product because it is better than the old Cathay Pacific reverse herringbone business class seats, right? So I would still rather fly this one than the older business class product. So make sure that you guys use points. Okay, go back to the redemption situation, watch it again if you guys don't understand, and if you guys don't understand, leave a comment down below. I'll respond to your message. Leave a question, I'll answer it. And while you guys down there, make sure you like the video if you enjoy these kind of contents, and if you believe that I earn a subscription from you today, please subscribe to the channel as well. We're almost there for monetization, so you guys can help me out, and I'll bring you guys more content very soon. This is so cool because we're on final approach. We're about to land, and the front camera of this 777-300ER gives us an amazing landing view. So this is the normal window, and we are landing right now. Touchdown. Way to end this video, guys. And welcome to Hong Kong, guys. Alright guys, once again, like the video if you guys like the content, follow for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.